I'm Kurt Tower. I'm a medical oncologist and chairman of the board at the West Cancer Center and Research Institute. The reason I chose oncology was I came out of medical school and I was trying to decide between neurosurgery and something else. And during medical school, it became very apparent to me that the real source of problems that patients have is the pathophysiology of disease. And there's no better way to look at the pathophysiology of disease than with cancer, because cancer is right where everything starts. So it was really a fascination to me to try to look about the disease. And then at the same time, when I was a freshman in medical school, my father, who was a heavy smoker, developed lung cancer and passed away. So the two kind of serendipitously led me to medical oncology. My wife and I and our two kids moved to Memphis to do an internship and a residency at the old Baptist Hospital. When you start, it's July 1, and all the interns get their first patients on July 1. I was given a patient on the 6th floor of the old Methodist Hospital who had colon cancer, and his attending physician was Dr. Bill West. So being a hotshot intern, I called and introduced myself to Dr. West and met his nurse, who still works here now, Bernie Crook. And so the first day I started as an intern, I met Bill, and then I did all my outpatient training during my residency and internship with Dr. West. And I went to Sloan Kettering for 2 years, did my oncology training, and came back here, and I've been here ever since. So I've been here all told about 42 years. I have a great family, big family, and we like to do a lot of stuff together. I like to work out. I get up every morning and work out. That's what keeps me going. I'm kind of addicted to it. I really like to come to work. I don't ever dread coming to work. I really love what I do, and so this is really a pastime to me rather than a job. So I think West Clinic is a unique destination for cancer patients because, first of all, we have great doctors, but a lot of places have great doctors. I think it's the staff that does it. Our staff is almost evangelical in a sense. We have a saying around here that you stay 2 weeks or 20 years. You find out right away that you can't deal with cancer patients because it can be very sad, or you just become enamored with it and you want to deal with cancer patients because it's so rewarding. There's no more rewarding patients than cancer patients, and they appreciate so much what you do for them because they're in the crisis of their life, and anything you can do for them, they appreciate so much. So it puts the double responsibility on you of making sure you give them the best quality care because that's what they deserve and that's what they want. But you also have to remember that they're people, not patients. And they have needs, and they have husbands and wives and kids and mortgages and everything else. And so I think we do the whole package very well, and I think that's why you should come to West Cancer. When I first started in oncology, all the chemotherapy was done in the hospital. All the treatments were done in the hospital. And it was really horrible. We had a drug called cisplatin that at that time made you desperately sick. It doesn't anymore because we have wonderful medicines that prevent it. But we would admit 20 patients on Sunday night. We would get x-rays on them to see how their cancer was doing, and then we'd give them chemotherapy Monday morning, and they would throw up till Thursday, and then when they went home. It was horrible. I mean, it was horrible. But that's all we had at the time. And so the evolution of outpatient chemotherapy, outpatient oncology has been the most incredible thing. But the thing the human journey is just so exciting because there's so many bright people that come up with ideas. Right now, we're in a phase where molecular genetics and how that affects cancer is very exciting. I wish I was 25 again because it's going to be so cool to see what happens over the next 10 years, probably the next 5 years. To give you an example of that, when I would first hire a nurse when I first started, I would take the nurse out into the waiting room and I'd say, look around, most of these people are going to be dead in a year, because that's what cancer was. And now I discharge more patients 10 years survival than I see new patients because we do so much better. It's still hard. There's still too many people that die of the disease, but it's not what it was. There's a lot of hope here, and there's a lot of hope on the horizon. So it really is a good time to be here. The mission is to take care of the patients. We do everything we can to take care of the patients. When you have a medical facility, your obligation is to take care of the patients, but you also have the obligation of making sure you keep your doors open so you can take care of your patients. So the business side of the West Cancer Center is something that a lot of people may not appreciate, but it takes a lot of sophistication and skill to allow us to keep our doors open and to make sure that we have the best care for the patients. We had a saying when we first started, when we would have a new diagnosis, a new treatment come up, we would say it's like dropping a rock into a brook, and we would just watch the waves. What does it do? If I do this, what does it do for the patients? What does it do for the clinic? And it was really, that's how we think. If something is here that we're doing, the first decision was that it helps the patient. And then we try to make a business plan out of it so we can keep our doors open. So that's the mantra of the West Clinic. It's all patient orientation and being oriented to what their needs are and to make sure that we give them the best science to meet those needs. Some of the things I've been proudest of at West Cancer Center is how we've gotten through these last few years. The pandemic was obviously the medical emergency, but behind the scenes was the economic emergency that the pandemic put on everybody else. And we had so many wonderful people that gave up not just their time to take care of their patients, but financially gave up stuff to stay with us to help take care of the patients. And that it was really incredible to me that it meant that much to them to stay here and help the patients. And so I think that's special for us. I think that if you look around, the hospitals had to offer huge amounts of money to keep their employees and stuff, and we didn't have any of that. People were here and they wanted to be here. And so I think that's just an example of what we're made of.